No, I fuck with that. You got some cryptic messages in your caption. Like, your caption game is so strong. Like,
My caption game?
Hell yeah, dude.
Isn't it?
Yeah, you see what you're doing. Come take a ride with me. And she's in the passenger seat all dipped down. I'm like, damn it, dude. If only I could, bro. If only I could.
He's trying to take the pickleback show.
Before we get into season 3, episode 6 with guest interview Jolie Live, got to tell you about, I don't know, dude, man-to-man-podcast.shop. Get your damn merch. Support the damn boys. Support the damn pod. Click the link in the description of wherever you're listening to or watching this on. Check out our online shop. Use code MIXFREE at the checkout to receive free shipping. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. That'll help us out. Support the boys. If you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, hit us with that 4.5. Wait, why not 5-star reviews? Damn it. Okay, here we go. Jolie Live, recurring guest, Young Hollywood's host, the next Erin Andrews, badass hustler, entrepreneur. Super stoked to get her back on the pod and chat it up and see what she's been up to. So without further ado, we'll let you guys get into the episode, and please welcome Jolie Live. Let's get into the pod. I've been watching... I skipped season 1 and I thought I was on season 2. Enjoy, this pertains to you because I think you just posted a TikTok about like you just interviewed these 2 people. I guess I'm on season 3 now. I've been watching Outer Banks. I'm on like episode 6.
And tell him why he can't start in season 2 instead of season 1. Like he just skipped season 1. Who does
That's
that?
what all my coworkers are saying. And I thought I was on season 2.
Who does that?
So
that's crazy.
You can't skip because then you don't know anything that's going on. You're just like guessing what you think is going, like what's happening.
Did you just interview them?
Yeah, no, those I did throwbacks because we're supposed to be interviewing them coming up. So I just like,
Oh, okay.
Obviously I know they're trending. So I just throw them up there because it's going to.
Well, I didn't know they were dating either. And I was like, this is like such a hot couple like in the show. And then everyone's like, yeah, dude, they fucking just broke up.
Yeah, and he's dating Chelsea Ballerina, or like however you say her name, the country music singer, because she slid into his DMs, but because they've been broken up, and she has a whole new boyfriend too. But if you had watched season 1 and kept up with Outer Banks, you would know this.
What movie is Chelsea Ballerina in?
This is a country music singer.
Oh, she's not. Okay, does she live in Nashville or some shit or what?
I think she does live in Nashville.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, she does.
She
Right?
just she just posted like this like 6-song like I don't know like story basically about her ex-husband and how they like broke up and why he's a piece of shit basically.
So they're both rebounded. They're both playing basketball here.
I feel like yeah, like realistically, it's his first like public girlfriend since they broke up. Like Madeline and Chase, their first public relationship.
Well, he was all over. He was like all at the Miami Club this summer. That's what I saw.
Yeah, he was all over TikTok.
Yeah, it's at the Miami Club. Anyways, all right, cool. Jolie Live. That's the soft introduction. How are you, Jolie Live? Young Hollywood's host. We're just gonna call you that. I was like, I can just talk about all the accolades that you have. We'll get into it. Recurring guest and what we do for recurring guest, Jolie.
We shoot the money.
We shoot the money, baby.
There we go.
I'm gonna have to clean that up. Welcome back. How are you?
I'm so good. Thank you for having me back on. I remember I think I was in a different apartment. Everything's new. Everything's better than it was before.
Where are you at? Wait, new apartment, new area, new location, everything?
Same area. I love my area. I'm still in the same area, but new apartment, which is better than my old apartment. So we're good.
Go ahead and drop the address and city and zip code.
Yeah, didn't show up at my house.
Yeah,
Hey, we're gonna send you some merch this time, and don't take it off the IG story. I know it's all good. Rock it for a couple weeks, but when we send you the new merch, we got the new merch. Keep it on the story.
Well, I posted a story, didn't I? Yeah, that sweatshirt was sick. That sweatshirt, I wore that every day.
Yeah, but no, we were just talking about it too, and you went to the Super Bowl, and you were there last year. I don't know, we were doing research, and you were like, all right, well, she was out in LA, like her hometown, and then you just came back from the Super Bowl. How was that?
Super Bowl weekend was crazy. Like I worked Pro Bowl, which was the weekend before in Vegas, which was working and trying to enjoy it was insane, like in the best way. But I was gonna do like activations and stuff at Super Bowl, but then after like Vegas, I was like, that would be a lot. You know what I mean? And like booking the Airbnb, everything like that. So I ended up just going with my girlfriends. So it actually worked out really good. But
it's another question we had. We were like, did you go alone or was it a Young Hollywood's hookup? And I thought it was in the same week. You're saying it was 2 different weeks now?
yeah, so Pro Bowl was the weekend before Super Bowl. So
I feel like no one watches the Pro Bowl. I don't know. No disrespect. I don't watch the Pro Bowl. Liam, do you watch the Pro Bowl?
I did this year because they did that new stuff. I don't know, flag football.
Yeah.
Well, what's the news? Oh, that is pretty sick. That was pretty sick.
The new stuff, they really revamped it, and like that's why they marketed it so heavily, because it was like more people were gonna watch this year because they redid it. But I'm just like, obviously a huge football fan, so like I'll watch the Pro Bowl. I wanted to work the Pro Bowl and like interview the athletes and stuff. So like that's why I paid attention to it. But I think like people that just like genuinely enjoy watching the games aren't caring about really Pro Bowl unless like you're obsessed with one of the players that are playing in it.
Well, it was a surprising, like, huge turnout, right? Like, I saw it on TV, and I was like, wow, there's actually a shit ton of people here. I didn't know a lot of... I didn't know that many people went there. Okay, so that was 2 different weekends in a row then. That was just a weekend. You went with your friends, Young Hollywood, kind of hooked it up. Is it with, like, Young Hollywood with what you're doing right now?
I went on behalf, like, I filmed it for Young Hollywood, and then posted it, like, on their socials, posted it on mine. And then,
Well, how was Peyton? Because, I mean, UT boys. You're talking to UT boys
we gotta
over
know
here.
about how was Peyton Manning? Was that your first time meeting him?
Yeah, that was my first time meeting Peyton Manning in person. Obviously, like, I knew of Peyton Manning because he's Peyton Manning. But so how it worked was the NFC NFC and AFC practices were separate that day. So I obviously went and covered, I think he was AFC, their media. Like, so they did their like 20-minute run through, and then it's like kind of like a free for all. Like they had certain booths set up for media, but they're just like walking along the tape in the field. So you just have to run up and find them. Like you don't like Tyreek. I interviewed Sauce Gardner, Derwin James, but that was just like running up to them and grabbing them. But Peyton was talking to 2 other like male older reporters, like with just like a voice stick. They weren't recording video. And I was like, oh my God, I can't do it. Because I'm like the type, before I interview someone, I can't do it. Like I have an anxiety attack pretty much before I interview anybody. But like Peyton Manning is standing right there in front of me. And I'm just like, I can't not ask Peyton Manning for an interview.
Well, how'd you get in there? Did you just kind of like, hey, excuse me, guys, I got a question for Peyton?
So he started walking around. I was like, wait, Peyton, can I just have a couple questions real quick? And he was like, automatically, yes. Like he apparently, like afterwards I was walking away in security. He was like, he said yes to, like, he's the best guy ever. Like he said yes to everybody, was super nice. Plus like you're a coach of one of the teams. Like you're there because everybody loves you and like you're a good person, right? And you know football. So I just like grabbed him, asked him a couple questions. It was like a 5-minute interview, but I only posted 1 question. But he was the best, like so great. And he's like just normal. Like he's just like joking around and stuff. Like
you didn't like the 4 other questions, or what happened there?
You can't post those either.
Everyone's always like, you have so much interview content and you only post like 1 thing and then move on. And I was like, you're right. Like I probably should have posted like the whole 5-minute interview with Peyton, but I just posted the 1.
This is a question I think kind of came up for both of us. Like you said, you get kind of nervous. How does that like for everybody that you've ever interviewed? Like, how does that work for you in terms of like getting over the nerves? Because I feel like,
dude, my face was plumb last time we were interviewing Jolie live. I didn't know
we
her,
were like,
and I was like, holy shit, this is so nerve-wracking.
Every person that we've ever interviewed, like we get nervous too. So it's like, but let's be honest, Peyton Manning is not like some of the people we've interviewed, because we don't have to sit there and in person and interview them. So it's totally different. But I was just gonna see how you deal with those.
Yeah, I mean, you guys know, but I think, okay, so when I first started, I was nervous, and like with Migos, RIP, take off, but when I interviewed Migos, when they were all 3 of them together, I like couldn't do it, like deep breathing, like, oh my God, can't do this. Like I get really bad dry mouth when I'm nervous. So I'm like, can't even talk because I can't even form a sentence and stuff like that. But I think nowadays I have realized, just by doing it for like 3 years so far, they're just people and they're so down to answer questions. Like if you're talking and doing an interview, it's because you want to talk and you're down. So like with Peyton, I was nervous to say something to get him to come over because I'm afraid of rejection. But like once he said yes, I was fine, not nervous. Like, okay, we're just gonna chop it up kind of thing. You know what I mean? Even though it's Peyton Manning. And same with like Sauce Gardner, same with Tyreek Hill. Like once you get the yes and like they're down to talk, it's like, okay, well then it's chill. Like it's fine. Like I can ask questions. But like on Zooms and stuff, I'll get afraid depending on who it is. But nowadays I'm like, I feel prepped, I'm good. But before that, like I would literally not be well. Like I
feel like
pace, shake.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably the same thing with anything, right? Like Liam and I grew up playing basketball, and it's like, all right, dude, you're gonna go play like shit if you're not out there like prepared, like working the entire week to prepare for that one night, like that 2 hours, that 1 hour, that 5 minutes.
Yeah, the one thing I learned kind of the hard way is like not really the hard way because I'm really good. Like I always take the only thing in my life I care about is my career. To be completely honest, like I really don't like care about much else, like just working and stuff. So my thing is like. I always will make sure I'm prepared and stuff, but there's sometimes it's just like I have a million things going on and I didn't watch the movie or I didn't watch the show that they're in that I'm interviewing them about. And then you'll get there and you'll sit there and be like, oh shit. Like they're asking you questions back about like, oh, what did you think of my show? Like, cause you clearly watched it. And I'm like,
yeah,
episode 5 was amazing. And I'm like, I didn't watch. I watched the trailer because I have 5 million things going on. So now, whenever I'm interviewing anybody, I make sure that I know everything about them, like everything. Watch the entire show, watch the entire movie, like read all the comments and stuff. So that's like one thing to make me not nervous.
So is it creepy that if we say we do the same type of preparation and we know everything about you?
No, that's not weird.
No, it's not weird. I think like some people will be like, oh my God, how do you know everything that's going on the internet and everything about everybody? I'm like, it's my job. Like I get how that can be like weird, but it's just like my job is to literally know everything about everyone at all times. So
we're gonna pop questions in this interview where she's gonna be like, what the fuck was that? Did you watch my YouTube video?
Like,
yeah, we did. Yeah.
I posted it 5 years ago. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Okay. So Pro Bowl, what was the one question that you asked Peyton?
Peyton was if he could switch with like places with any player current day, and he said Trevor Lawrence because of the hair thing or whatever.
I saw that.
Yeah, favorite, which is very interesting to me because it's like, who would Peyton Manning want to be? But like the hair thing, like maybe as like a player, I should have been like as like a actual like skill. Like Trevor Lawrence is skilled, but like besides the hair joke, like who would you actually want to like be? But I asked 3 game day essentials, but instead of like when he was playing, he answered what he needed for Pro Bowl, which I was like, no, I kind of wanted to know like what you did back when you played. I think I asked him favorite thing about Vegas. And then I asked him, if he could add any skills challenge to Pro Bowl, what would it be?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Because it was
what do you say?
Because you also like, I was there through the NFL. So I kind of had to play into promoting the Pro Bowl. I can't just like promote whatever I want to know kind of thing. So my thing was like, if you're adding a skills challenge, that ties in the fact that there's even a skills challenge to begin with. So that was kind of like the one tie into making sure like the NFL was plugged. And
then did you bet on black or red?
I love Justin Jefferson so much. And he was with NFC, which was like the dark blue black.
Oh, she didn't get that one. My bad. I'm talking about casino. Black or red roulette.
Oh, I was like, don't their colors.
Yeah,
I don't gamble.
You're not skipping that.
I don't
gamble. Right, dude. Yeah, right.
I don't gamble. I literally never have. Like, I'll go to Vegas and watch everybody. Like, I hung out with friends afterwards that were in town for it and just watched them gamble. But I'm not good with money like that. Like, I'm not just gonna give it up to. And like, I'm not a risk taker with money.
I've never been to the casino, and I've been talking about it all week. Liam, you've been to one, right?
You've never been to the casino?
I've never been. I've been talking about it for the past like 2 weeks. I'm like, I gotta go to the casino, dude.
You've
never heard of the game. You never heard of the game roulette?
No, I have. Yeah. I don't know.
So, all right. So which one do I bet on the first time I go? You got black or red, and I'm coming after you if I lose.
Go for red. Red's a good color. But I don't really know the concept of how to play. But you need to go to Vegas and go to Aria or like something like that because you'll lose your mind.
Like, I've never been in Vegas.
Well, you should go. Because
I've never been outside the country, dude. Like, I don't even know what's going on.
You're like,
I don't know what's going on down the street. Yeah, I don't know what's going on down the street. All right, so Pro Bowl, Super Bowl, I want to ask you just about like Rihanna's performance. What do you think?
Oh my God, I'm obsessed with her. I was like, I knew she was pregnant before it was trending. I was like, that girl opened her jacket and she's pregnant. Like,
you did not, dude. You're capping, dude.
I didn't know prior, but I knew as soon as she like started, I was like, she's pregnant. Like, like she's pregnant. But obsessed. Like, I literally cried. Like, I feel like I'm not even a big like Rihanna, like, oh my God fan. I love her. But I felt like emotional. I was like, oh my God, she's killing it.
Well, you went to the game though, right?
No, I didn't go to the actual game. I wish. I would die.
Oh, okay. We thought you went to the game. All right, research check. All right, that's
Okay,
we
you
have
guys,
3 strikes here.
not great.
3 strikes.
Not great at your research.
Fucking A, dude. I didn't even know she was pregnant after the halftime performance, dude. I didn't know what was going on.
It was confirmed once people like were like, oh, on Twitter. Obviously, go to Twitter immediately. But yeah.
Liam's favorite song is "Bitch Better Have My Money," though. I know that, dude. You were squawking about that the entire time before the game.
The only thing that I took away, Rihanna did great. I'm a little bummed she didn't have like other performers out there, but at the same time, she has so many good songs. Like I didn't realize like every song that came on, I was like making food at halftime, and every song that came on, I was like, "That's a hit." Yep, I'll play that one. Yep, play that one.
Dude, Rude Boy was my shit.
Yeah.
Like
Oh my God.
I was in 6th grade. I would ride my bike to the YMCA and I would just bump Rude Boy on repeat. And then I crashed like super hard and like busted my lip and shit. But I still had it in the ears.
But
And
it
I was
didn't
like,
even
you know what, I'm
matter
gonna-
because it was you were fine.
Didn't matter, dude. Yeah, we were talking about that too. And Liam was like, "Oh yeah, Bruno Mars was last year, right?" And I was like, "No,
That was
it was
like
like
4 years
Dre."
ago.
No, you know how long ago? It was almost going on 10 years. 2014,
Yeah.
I think.
He said that was last year.
But that was the only.
Yeah, I was
that was
like,
like the
nah.
last performance I was like actually like would compare to Rihanna's that like really like turned heads of like holy shit, that was a good performance.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fire. Okay, well, fuck, dude. We thought you went to the game. We know you went to the game last year because it was in hometown. Obviously, your home team won, right?
Yeah, and LA was crazy that weekend. I remember going out Sunday night after game or maybe Monday, and Gunna was at Nightingale. And all
right, let's get into it.
That was better than the game.
Let's get into it. We're scratching script right now. What are you thinking about Gunna?
Homeboy's a snitch, so I can't really I don't love that he apparently snitched, but
He's snitching, dude. He's snitching hardcore.
but the fact that we might get an album soon, there we
Oh my
go.
God.
I love Gunna. I was so sad when he went in. Everyone was texting me and was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, well, "About what?" And then I realized the news, and then I was like, "Oh no, I'm not okay." I'm just sitting in my
going on.
room listening to his songs, knowing we're never gonna get any ever again.
It's been going on forever now. I don't know if I can. Well, the entire rap game is like disowning Gunna. Like
I
he's in
know.
like you saw the picture of him in the studio on his Instagram, right?
Yeah,
Like,
and
at
I
home
don't
studio.
even didn't Lil Baby unfollow him?
Yeah, him and Meek Mill, dude.
Yeah, you and Lil Baby were literally brothers.
They had
best
a
friends.
slap. They had like what was what was the song that they had? You're supposed to know this.
Drip harder. I am drip too hard. They had the whole
Drip
album.
too hard. Drip too hard. God dang.
They had a whole
dripping too hard.
album.
Well, if I can, I don't know, catch you up to date, I do like blogs and script writing videos on the side. I've been writing about this YSL case for the past like month and a half.
Yeah.
Today, there's some guy named YSL Woody.
Oh.
He had a 3-hour. Yeah, you heard of this guy?
Nope.
He had I don't know. He had a 3-hour long like interrogation video footage that got like leaked to the public, and he's been snitching for years on YSL.
Oh my
And
god,
so,
yes.
like,
Okay, so I went to the beach on Monday for President's Day with a couple friends, and they were like, "Oh, did you see it?" And I didn't know his name was YSL Woody, but he was just in the interrogation room, just literally snitching. They weren't even asking him anything, and he was just giving them all the information.
So if you were a betting woman, over under Young Thug 20 years and behind bars, what are we thinking here?
I think he's locked up for life.
Locked up for life?
Yeah. I mean, he has all these murders and drugs and probably armed weapons and stuff.
Were you bumping that Barter 6?
I feel
You were bumping that Barter 6, dude. We all know it.
No, I feel bad. Obviously, if he did everything, go to jail, blah, blah, blah. And, obviously, you never know what is actually going on. Because it's, you have to be, careful what you say. Because it's, murder isn't something to, mess around with kind of thing. But I would like them to get out as long as they're not guilty.
I don't want to be that.
Out.
I don't want to be that person to be like, "Hey, I'm a snitch." But if I'm going to prison for 20 plus years, I might have to snitch.
You got. If everyone else is snitching, you gotta snitch, bro.
That's what I'm saying. If it's coming out that this person, that person, this person all snitching, I'm not trying to go to prison for 20 years.
Say you had to snitch on each other and one of instead of facing 25 years plus in prison, would you snitch on each other?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, probably.
I wouldn't snitch
yeah.
on Andy, but
No, if we were, I don't know, it would depend on the situation. Like, say we went out one night and something happened where somebody accidentally died, allegedly, and you had the gun and I just gave it to you. It was like that Alabama shit that just happened. Did you guys see that? The Alabama basketball player the got
girl?
charged.
no,
It was the guy.
the guy.
Well,
started
didn't he
this.
shoot a girl?
He shot the girl, yes.
Yeah.
Or no, he charged with murder, right, a couple months ago, and then it came out like 2 nights ago that he had just allegedly given the guy the gun that killed her. And then all the charges dropped. Okay, what are we talking about here?
News.
All right, Jolie live. Jolie, we know your real last name. We're not going to expose you though. You want to expose it or no? Where did Jolie live come from? That's the question for kind of our listeners who are new. Listen to Man to Man season 3. I don't know if we got any new listeners, but who the hell is Jolie live, dude? And where did you come from?
I got Jolie Live, so that's not my real name, as everybody now knows. But it came from, so I started modeling when I was 5, but my mom was like, she's 5, like, we don't really want to give out her real last name, so let's give her a fake one, not knowing I'd want to do this my entire life. So when I was 5, I was Jolie Live to literally everybody. And then when social media became a thing, because obviously it wasn't when I was 5, I was like, oh my God, I'll make my Instagram handle Jolie Live, ha, ha, ha. And now no one knows that my name's not Jolie Live. But my first name is, but everything, even if you Google me, anything that's on the internet about me is Jolie Live. Jolie Rice isn't anything, anywhere. Sports Illustrated Kids is because I think legally they were we have to, but because I was a minor, but Jolie Live is, you can't Google Jolie Rice and things come up. It's just random shit. My school stuff up there.
Last name, do you?
Well, my dad's name is Jerry Rice, which is really ironic. So that's kind of cool. But Jolie Rice, ugh, I don't need to be the food.
All right. Well, we're gonna kind of timeline it up with you, Jolie, here, if that's okay.
Okay.
But first, we're gonna test out this new segment presented by Man to Man called, what are we calling this? Joel's Cash. So,
I thought it was the one sheet.
have you ever heard of? You saw this on the one sheet. It's like Cole's Cash, right?
Okay.
Okay, but the segment is Joel's Cash. How much money did you make in how many minutes? So that's the game we're playing.
Oh, okay. I did see it. I probably just skimmed that part because I was like, oh, it just makes sense, the question.
Well, I'm glad because
I saw Gunner in there and I was like, okay, they understand me.
This was the one where she was going to be like, nope, but we got you now, Jolie. So now you got to look at we got 3 photos here.
Okay.
And then you're going to have to go on that doc and look at the photos.
Or you could just pull up your Instagram.
Are they on my Instagram?
Yeah.
It's on your Instagram. Yeah. The first one is you skateboarding. Looks like you're on the cover of Vogue Italy.
Oh yeah, that was a cover story.
So we're going back here. We're going to the early modeling days.
Your mom was literally so young.
Yeah. So this one, I think Liam and I have a couple of baseline questions for you before we get into the big one.
Okay.
Were the boson or kneecaps expensed by the company and given for the shoot, or did you have to scramble to find a pair in the closet beforehand?
That's hilarious. They were provided. the knee, I'm pretty sure Vogue gave them to us because they were like, we don't want you to obviously kill your knees if you fall off the skateboard.
Okay.
Well, but funny story about the covers, I knew I booked Vogue Italy because you find out a week, 2 weeks, a month before you book something. And at the time, I think I was 10 or 11. This was Sports Illustrated Kids, after. I was in love with a boy. And he skateboarded. He literally skateboarded just around this beach town that I grew up in. So I was like, he's going to fall in love with me. I'm in Vogue and I'm riding a skateboard. He's going to be my boyfriend, in love with me. So I trained, I skateboarded for 2 weeks to learn how to skateboard just to impress him, not to look good in Vogue. So my priorities were not in check.
That answers your question.
I was going to say, that brings me to my question here. I was going to say, I don't think you actually skateboarded for that shoot. Is that true?
Oh, no. But when I found out I booked it, I was like, I have to impress this boy that I love.
So it was Photoshopped, you skateboarding in that photo?
Nope, I actually did.
Told you.
Oh.
That was me. That was me actually skateboarding.
I don't believe
that picture is way too real to be photoshopped. She's going down a ramp, bro.
They can easily Photoshop some kid going down a ramp.
They can Photoshop, but not me. I was all natural. I actually rode the skateboard.
Well, hey, you know what?
Okay.
Props to you. I didn't think that was possible.
I'm actually an athlete, so.
What happened? Like, did you go down the ramp? Like, were you able to do that at least?
Yeah, then I would like at the end jump off because I didn't know how to stop.
And the Bosler kneecaps come into play.
Yep.
Okay, how much money in how many minutes? How much money in how many minutes did you? How much money did you make in how many minutes doing that photo shoot?
Doing that photo shoot. I don't.
You don't have to give us. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It was at
looking
least.
for exact.
It was
amount.
at least. I think probably. I know it was at least everything. Usually, like when you're a kid, is at least 1,500, like just base. Which obviously times were a lot different then. But my mom didn't tell me I made money off of it because I started when I was 5. So all this to me was I was doing it for free to like for fun, like dead ass. Like I'm not even saying that to not tell you an amount. Like I did not know I got paid until I was like 15. I was like, wait, I've been paid all along for this stuff. I found a bill. Like my modeling agency was Generation Management. They gave me all my go-sees and like castings and like booked my jobs for me. So one day I was checking the mail when I was like literally like 14 or 15. And it was when Netflix mailed you your movies. Do you remember that? Before that? Yeah. So I went out running out to the mailbox to get the Netflix sleeve because me and my sister were obsessed with movies. And I was like, why did we get a mail from Generation? Like I'll open it, like it's addressed to me. And it was like a check for like $10,000. And I was like, what the hell is this? And
wrong address.
I was like, why are they giving me this money? And then my mom was like, okay. And then had like the whole talk, like you actually get paid. I was like, oh, great. But like, she put it in my own bank account. Like my parents weren't taking my money, but she was like, when you're older and you want to start your own business or you want to move to New York to pursue modeling, whatever you want to do, she's like, you'll have all of this money so you can do whatever you want to do with it. Like my parents never took a dime that I earned. Like she was just putting it in a bank account for me.
Are you from New York?
Syracuse.
That's dope.
Upstate. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll go
at least 1,500. At least 1,500. I know that.
All right, Liam, we got 2 more here. I hope it's not the same answer, but we'll figure it out. Okay, here's the next one. Kmart Magazine. I mean, this one's golden ticket to Willy Wonka's factory here. You and this other guy, I don't know if he's your friend or not, posted up. You got a 30% off discount. My immediate question that I thought of off the bat is like, why is it only 30% for you and this guy, and then the other items that no one's rocking there's 40 to 50? I don't understand.
Right? Like, is it like they're trying to definitely sell those? Like, that was a cheap shot by them, just giving us 30% off.
And Liam was saying like the bejeweled pink Taylor Swift, like what are those things? So what are those pants called? Bell bottoms are like kind of fresh. Like if you still got the discount for them, let us know.
Yeah. Did you get to keep any of this?
30% off for life from Kmart.
Yeah. Okay.
Fun fact: I never met that kid. I have no idea who he is. We didn't shoot I was alone on that shoot.
Okay, interesting. Because the next question I had was, why are you and Antoine Tanner from One Tree Hill priced at 30% off and not 40? Okay, cool.
No idea. I don't even know his name.
Well, how much money in how many minutes?
I would say for print like that, maybe like $3,000 to $5,000.
And are you taking these photos at your house, or are you actually going to have to go somewhere to take a photo like that? Because I feel like you could take that photo.
Right? We had to drive. We drove because I grew up Syracuse, which is like 3.5 hours from the city. So every time I booked a job, which was like every other day from 5 years old to probably 10 years old. So for like 5 years, every other day, my parents would drive me 3 hours to do shoots and then home. And then I still did school in person.
Were you like a grade A student, or what was that about?
Yep.
No way.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. I literally was Hannah Montana. I was Hannah Montana. Like I didn't tell anybody at school I modeled, and neither did my mom. Like people figured it out because I was like in Kmart. But I swear to God, like one day I was Hannah, and one day I was Miley.
You got your classmates looking at the new Kmart magazine. They have no idea.
They have no idea.
Like, yeah, turn to page 5. You'll see what's up.
You'll see.
All right, last one here. The guy that skateboarded is like, damn, like I missed my shot.
Yeah. You fumbled.
All right. Last one here. Cover of Newsweek. The new greening of America. Some
Yeah.
interesting taglines above the words Newsweek that we looked into, but probably not going to bring that up. But yeah, again, Liam, you thought this was photoshopped. My question was, what was the dog's name sitting next to you? Otherwise, I'm calling cap on this entire operation.
I do not remember the dog's name, but there was 5 on set. There was like 5 on set. They replaced the dog all the time.
You
That
can't.
dog ended up getting the cover.
You cannot tell me that dog sat there and looked like that for a
With the
photo.
shirt on, bro.
No, that's why. That's why they had 5 on set. Like I just sat there for like 5 hours and they just interchanged the dog.
What about the parents? Do you know the parents?
I met them that day and I don't even remember really. They were really nice, but I don't even remember if I had a conversation with them. But I was actually like 5 in that photo.
Joey, do you have any siblings?
Sister, older.
What? I've never heard about her. Why don't you talk about her?
She's the
I'll
best.
talk about her right now.
She's the best.
You like her?
I love her so much. She works for the NBA.
Really?
She got me into
Who team's
sports,
she work for?
actually. Like, she's the reason.
You see Mac McClung the other night?
No. Oh, the dunk contest.
Yeah.
All the tweets. Twitter's the best. TikTok and
Hey,
Twitter.
dude, that would be a good couple. That's all I'm saying.
Me and him?
Yeah, you and Mac?
Me and Mac, do I need to date him?
I mean, hit him up. You checked out
Hey,
now, right? On
I
that
almost
IG,
thought
so-
about interviewing him or trying to interview him because I was like, he's like the hottest topic, obviously online. So I was like, maybe I'll DM him from the Young Hollywood phone to see if he wants to come on Young Hollywood.
Yeah, you and us both.
Should we take a pause right now, Liam? Should we take a? Do you?
I mean,
You want to hit him up right now or what?
we already did. So you know what? We're
You did?
like mine's.
I hit him up.
Yeah.
I hit him up on Lily's email. You know about Lily's email, Jolie?
Yes, I did.
So they hit me back up last night. So
What did they say?
they were like, yeah, they put me on CC with 3 other guys that work for the Sixers now.
So you're gonna interview him?
I don't know. I hope so, dude.
There you go.
I got through the door. I was just saying that was a guy that's been popular, and I think that would be a good couple. So if you want to Instagram DM him, go for
I'll
it.
go for it. See, that's my problem. I instantly like when there's guys, it's like, oh, you can either date them or like I always business opportunity. I'm always
Yeah.
like, no, let's interview him. Let's have it like go viral versus like, oh,
Well,
it's cute. I should DM him. Like I'm like, let's interview him.
Right. No, I fuck with that. You got some cryptic messages in your caption. Like your caption game is so strong.
My
Like,
caption game,
Hell yeah, dude.
isn't it?
Yeah, you see you know what you're doing. Come take a ride with me, and she's in the passenger seat, all dipped down. I'm like, damn it, dude. If only I could, bro. If only I could. All right. So how much money and how many minutes on this one?
Newsweek was a lot, I think.
I didn't think it was a big pub
Yeah,
last
tell them
night.
that's a pretty big newspaper, Newsweek, or magazine.
Newsweek at the time, it was their 10th anniversary too, I think. It doesn't say that. I think it was an anniversary issue.
Slipping in the 10th anniversary. You see that hoop?
I don't know if it was or I'm tripping. Maybe it's been around for like 50 years. But Newsweek at the time was a huge deal because I was like, oh, I'm under the cover of Newsweek, like blah, blah, blah. But like all my mom's friends were like, oh my God, that's insane.
That's what
But
I
I was
was
like-
saying. I knew Newsweek, and Andy was like, we shouldn't do that one. That's not very big. And I was like, Newsweek, it was huge.
Oh, I was gonna go the Tommy Hilfiger one, but we didn't understand what you guys were promoting. Glasses or shirts on
Glasses.
that
But
one?
that kid got kicked out, T. So I was on set for like 8 hours because the little boy that booked the campaign was the worst. Like he had was like throwing a fit, would throw the glasses, like took them off, whatever. I'm just sitting there like a good angel that I am, just like waiting. And they had to call in a new guy, new kid. And I was the longest day ever. But it was Tommy Hilfiger, so her.
Damn it! And his name was T.
I don't know his name. I don't remember anything.
Oh, I thought that's what she said. I guess I just misheard that one. My
Nope,
bad.
I said, but it was Tommy Hilfiger, so.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Her.
she's calling Tommy Hilfiger T, dude. We gotta clearly step up our game. All right. So let's get into it. Timeline starting as modeling, but now we're gonna kind of transition into Sports Illustrated kid reporter. How do you even become a Sports Illustrated kid reporter? What made you want to do that in the first place? Transition from modeling into kind of doing more interviews and things like that.
Yeah, so when I was obviously started modeling when I was 5, but all along my favorite thing was like meeting the people that I was like, I met so many people from 5 to like 10 when I did Sports Illustrated. Think like you're meeting like 50 people minimum is on like a photo shoot set. And I was booking them like all the time. So like I'm a kid that's like literally meeting every type of person ever from like 5 to 10. But I was like, I liked meeting the makeup artist. I liked meeting the hairstylist, the stylist, like the production element. So I would just talk to them like literally like to kill time. Like a lot of kids would play like their Nintendo or like just sit there. I was like running around talking to everybody. My mom always knew I was very social and stuff. So I like kind of picked up that I like talking and meeting people, and I really was like never really talking about myself kind of thing. So then as I grew up and stuff like that, my sister was obsessed with sports. So she was home, didn't do modeling, none of that, but she would go to all the basketball games, like all the football games, like in the area and stuff. So when I was home and not in New York City, she would like drag me to the sports games and stuff like that. And then I kind of picked up like, oh, I like this. So, Sports Illustrated announced that they were doing like a kid reporter contest, like see if you like submit like an article, submit a video. So I did, and I found out there was like 5,000 other kids that tried out, and I found out that I actually won.
Can you give us a little bit of the script
Of what I said or what I did?
Yeah, how did you audition for it? Would you turn
So it was the time of the year, which was perfect, that it was training camp for New York, well, every NFL team, but the New York Giants were doing training camp in Albany, New York. So I'm 3 hours from Albany. So I was like, I really want a good audition. Like, so I want to do a video on top of a write-up, because video wasn't required. You just had to do a write-up as a kid and send in like a headshot. But instead I submitted a video. So I went up there, and then I ended up meeting an offensive lineman for the Giants. His name's Rich Seibert. We're still friends to this day. His kids are like me are best friends, like love them. Like we're really close, which is completely like really ironic. He helped. I interviewed Victor Cruz when he was a rookie. Like that was his rookie year.
Cruz?
So I submitted that, and then Sports Illustrated was like, what the hell? Like she went and interviewed Victor Cruz for her audition, and they ended up using it as an article, I think.
All the other kids got those little toy microphone things, the big red and blue ones. Yeah. Like, all right, say this line, sweetie. Yeah. Joey's like out here fucking
Victor Cruz, like, what's up? So that's what I did for my audition. And then I got booked Kurt Warner. They set me up interviewing Kurt Warner when he was like Super Bowl MVP, and interviewed him in the headquarters in New York City. And then I was like, oh my God.
So how many people did you actually interview through that like whole process? And then like how long were you actually doing that for?
I did it for the year was the duration of the contest, but they kept me on for another year because I asked them to, and they're like, sure, like if you want to send us stuff, we'll see if we want to use it, blah, blah, blah. But I still had the credentials and like the connections or whatever. And they're like, yeah, you can stay on for another year. So I did it for probably like 2 years when you're only supposed to do it for 1.
Gotcha.
But I was a hustler. Like I've always been a hustler. Like, and I wanted to do it. So
where does that come from?
My mom and my dad, I think my dad, I'm just like my dad. Like my mom's unreal. Like I literally would die for my mom. But my dad was like, my mom always tells me you're just like your father, like how he grew up, because they were high school sweethearts. So she was 15 when she met him. So she kind of like just like they were young. Like she kind of like watched him grow up too. Like they watched each other grow up. And she's like, everything that you do, like your mindset, your resilience, and everything is your father to a T. So I think I just kind of, and they're hustlers, like they're insane. So like growing up watching them and then like getting me to the city, like my mom's a school teacher at the school I went to. So she was missing school. Like we had like 2 businesses, like my parents really, I was like, if they can do it all, then I can do it all.
What did your parents do?
So we own a marina, where like boats will come up, we'll pump their gas. We have a store with like bait and tackle, candy. I work
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah,
it's fucking sick.
We have a bunch of cabins that we rent out. And my mom's a school teacher, and then now they do it all, like we have a bunch of Airbnbs around the lake. So
yeah, hustler. It looks like you guys are getting off. Yeah, hustler. Liam, you're a water guy. Anything on that?
I mean, yeah. I mean, we got people that do the exact same thing that your parents do, but we just there to enjoy it. We're not the ones running that shit.
Wait, hold up, Liam. Do you remember that sailboating camp that we both went to 6th grade?
Yeah,
dead.
Yeah,
you said a sailboating camp.
I went for like 4 or 5 years, and one of the years
that was my first year.
I was trying to get him to go sailing with me, And I don't know if he lasted but like 2 or 3 days. He was like, "This just isn't for me."
We
I
was
started-
like living
Joey,
in
I
the
started
boat. And he's like,
I started swimming. That we would get back to shallow water and be like, all right, is it swim time now? Like, I'm not trying to do this, bro.
But if I took you sailing now,
man.
you would actually enjoy it, I think.
Okay. So you're a
you're
big
like
you're a
not
big-
down, but okay.
I mean, I don't want to like do it. Like, I don't want to conduct the sailboat. I don't want to even like look at it. Let me just go on the very tiptoe of it and just kind of enjoy it and say, hello, I'm here.
Yeah, but he wants to go on the speedboats and tube and all that, but he doesn't want to appreciate the.
He doesn't want to put the work in.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to put the work in.
Hey, I'll put my work in other places, baby. Gang, gang. All right. So let's get into modeling. IMG models. I got a really good question here. Are your favorite 4 letters YLYG?
Yeah, for sure. Yep, for sure. No, that those 4 letters changed my life. So
And we'll
That's what it looked like on the YouTube video.
tell the people what that means, because they're probably thinking,
what does
"What
that
the heck
mean?"
what are we talking about here?"
So I was with Generation, obviously, until I was, I think, well, there's a gap. Like 15, they pretty much not drop you, but like you're supposed to be in a teen market. So like 15 to 17, also you're going through puberty and stuff. So like you're kind of like not in the best shape to be on covers of magazines and stuff. So like from 15 to 17, I was doing other stuff, and I think social media was just coming out. But I knew IMG was the number 1 modeling agency in the world, and I really, really wanted to model for them because they're the number 1. So I wrote a letter to Gisele Bündchen, the supermodel at the time, married to Tom Brady. Tom Brady's manager got it. Tom Brady emailed me back and set up the shoot with Gisele. And then I did the shoot with Gisele, and then just emailed the picture of me and Gisele to a contact at IMG and was like, hey, I would love to model with IMG. Gisele signed with them. I got a photo shoot with her. Can we make it happen? And then they launched like We Love Your Jeans like a month or 2 later, and made me like the video, the face of it. That's the video you saw. They scouted me and then got signed.
Okay, yeah, I was there was something up there because I was like, did she make this video? And then how'd she get all that damn footage? Dude?
IMG made it, so they followed me for the day. And then I didn't, in that video when they told me I got signed, I didn't know that was coming. So that was a genuine reaction. Like me bawling my eyes out, that was genuinely them telling me in real time that I'm signed.
Well,
Liam, did you catch that? She said, hold up, I don't know if I caught that or not. You just randomly reached out to Tom Brady.
I was going to say, how was that? How was that whole situation with Gisele? Like, how long was that for? Did you meet Tom Brady?
You had 12's email or
So,
what did you?
What happened was we were like family friends with Matt Light, who was his offensive line for the Patriots, like protected Tom, obviously. And so I wrote a letter to Matt Light. He's obviously retired now, but wrote to him and I was like, hey, told him like my dream, get signed with IMG. Do you think you could get this letter to Tom to get it to Gisele? So he got the letter that I wrote, I hand wrote the letter to Gisele, gave it to Matt. Matt gave it to Tom. Tom gave it to his manager, which gave it to Gisele, come to find out. And then Tom's emailed me and said, Gisele will be at this place this time where we set you up. You can do the photo shoot with her. You have to be here. Like your only shot to do the thing with Gisele is then and there.
What the fuck?
I was going to say, talk about life-changing. That's life-changing.
Yeah,
Holy
for real,
shit.
dude.
But like imagine like social media wasn't a thing then. Like Instagram wasn't even a thing.
Right.
Like imagine if I did that now. Like I would be so
insane.
famous. Like I would have like literally just viral. Not that they're even together now, RIP. But like say I did something like that now, like with TikTok and social
That
media, the way it is,
would
like
have been so lit.
overnight, like
yeah.
viral. But like then I didn't even have Instagram to post the picture with Gisele on. Like when I got Instagram like a year later is when I posted and was like, hey, a year ago I did a shoot with Gisele.
Right.
Like
No, I saw that
because
all your
like what the hell?
yeah, all your old photos are like pictures of like these, cover.
Yeah,
whatever,
pictures
cover
of
magazines
pictures
and
too.
shit.
It's not even because they didn't give you a digital copy. Like I'm taking a picture of a picture because it wasn't a thing. It's crazy.
Hey, it works, dude. Okay. So that leads into the contest, but then you had some leverage. You're talking, I mean, the leverage is there, right, Liam? Like she's talking about like What, getting the Sports Illustrated kid reporter by going to, interview Victor Cruz. Now it's Gisele now.
It's
Like,
all
the
she does is win out here. Jeez.
yeah.
Every contest
When do we
you
win,
just
bro?
happen to win it.
How about this real quick? I asked Liam the other night. I was down bad, got ghosted by some chick, at the bar. We're not even gonna get into that in this episode. All right, it's
Leave it,
still
got
happening.
ghosted.
How do you put future girlfriend on my phone, kiss me, and then ghost? But it is weird. Welcome to Nashville. But how do you win? And Liam's like, you can never win. So what was your answer to that, Liam?
Well, I asked him, if you act like you never win, then you can't win because you're always wanting to get that next thing and keep going.
Kind of fire advice.
So if that's your mindset of like you don't ever win because you're
not gonna.
Well, you can win, but if you have the mindset of you don't win, then even when you do win, you're looking for that next thing. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
All right. Well, we're trying to get on the winning side. So if you need to, let us know. We're on the sidelines here. Okay. All right. Cool. IMG. Kind of take us through that. How many years was that? Was it in New York? Did you move to New York? Obviously, you're in California now. Kind of take us through that a little bit.
Yeah, so I got signed, obviously, and then they sent me off to New Zealand. I modeled there for 3 months because I was underage to model in the States because you have to be 18 and I wasn't. So I went over to New Zealand for 3 months, modeled there, came back when I was of age, I guess. Or they sent me there to get test shoots in and stuff because by the time I came back, I think my birthday was over there. So I came back and then moved to New York City at 17. I did college instead. I combined high school with college classes. So I just enrolled into college. So I was like still technically in school and stuff because obviously you need a high school and high school diploma. So I came back, moved to New York City, lived there for like 3 years. My sister ended up joining me there. Realized I hated it. Like modeling as a kid and modeling as a teen is completely different, like completely different. So I started to do Musical.ly came out at the time, not TikTok.
All right.
TikTok before Musical.ly.
All right. We had this in the script here. Okay.
Yeah. So I Musical.ly was just kind of starting, but they had live streaming option. So I just started live streaming because like in New York, when you're a model, like you just wait for the phone to ring. There's nothing you can do. Like you can't have them, like it's not a 9 to 5 where you're expected to be there. Like you just sit and wait for people to want you, which was probably the worst thing ever for me, who's like working all the time. So I was like, I'm just gonna do a live to kill time. Ended up really catching on, like going from like 100,000 followers in like a month and like getting a lot of views, like live streaming. So I was like, how about this? You have this like campaign where you're trying to scout models and like join them like on a digital platform, like use social media because it's finally like blowing up social media as a whole. I was like, how about I host a show for you where I guest in people that are fans of me and try to help you find the next big model? Because I didn't care. Like I wanted to be like, I was learning I liked hosting because I'm going live every day and like talking to people and meeting people. So they were like, okay, like after fighting them, like really pitching, finally got a yes. And I was like, okay, perfect. Let me just do it. So I ended up hosting a live show. They signed a couple models through it. Like it was successful, 60,000 people watching like live. And this was when social media first popped off. So it was like very new. Everybody was like obsessed with lives and stuff like that. Realized after that season 1 ended, I was like, okay, I want to do this. Like, I don't want to model. I'm done. I'm over it. Blah, blah, blah.
I got a question. A quick question real quick. Maybe 2 questions. One of my best friends lives in East Village of New York. Fucking love New York, man. I fell in love with every single girl in West Village. So that's just me. Yeah. Where'd you live at?
I was Upper West Side.
Okay. Yeah, I went there, back in November. He's going to get kicked out of this when he hears this. But, yeah, we were in the West Village Friday night, like my first night there.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. And he's like, dude, whatever you do not tell them that we live in East Village, bro. Like, what the fuck is that? You know what I'm talking about at all or no? No? Okay. So it's not a big deal, dude. You're in New York. I had another friend that was actually a model for IMG in New York.
Yeah.
Forever ago. I think she's like 30-ish now, but she was talking about how kind of the scene was a little toxic in New York. Like, could you relate to that at all? Or like, did you see any toxicity at all within IMG? I don't want you to talk bad about them, but maybe just in New York and being in that environment as a whole.
Oh yeah. I mean, in general, like I I had to be a certain size. That was the hard thing for me because naturally, like, I wouldn't say I'm like curvy, like, but like I'm naturally like I'm curvy. Like I have an athletic build more than like a stick like that they want out of models. It's completely different now. But back when I was 17, like years ago, it was you have to be a like literal stick. So my thing was like, I can't achieve this. Like my body's incapable of being the size you want me to be. And like, but they don't care. Like
That's exactly what she was
they need you to be
saying.
that size. Like there's just no workaround.
Yeah.
So
She said she didn't eat for like 3 months, bro.
yeah, neither did I. So it was like one of those things like I can't do
Golly.
this. I can't do it anymore.
Okay. Before we get too deep there, because I don't want to talk bad about anybody. But all right, so that happens after season 1. Then what happens after the music? Did I just miss Musically? By the way, Liam, you never caught Musically. You never downloaded that app, did you?
When it blew up, it changed.
I was gonna say when it first started, it was like kind of addicting, especially when you're like a younger child with a new cell phone
Yeah.
or a new computer.
That's what that young boy JR was on. That's how he kind of popped off, right? Young Josh, young JR, Rich,
Yeah.
young Josh, Rich.
It was literally Musically for Bryce, Josh, everybody.
It was like the TikTok before TikTok, and then it kind of like, I know it got weird, didn't it? Like I thought
It
it got
died.
it got weird after everybody knew about it, and
Why didn't you save the app, dude? Sounds like you were saving it. All right, so what happened after that? I'm curious. What happened after that?
So I was like, can you give me to WME, which is their entertainment side, which is unscripted, scripted, like hosting, whatever. And they were like, we'll make the intro. So I went over to WME. They're like, you need to move to LA. And obviously this is over a year's course, like 2 years, like whatever. And they were like, yeah, you need to move to LA. So I did. And then I called them when I moved to LA. I was like, hey, I live in LA. And they're like, you moved? And I was like, you told me I needed to move if I wanted to be a host. So yeah, I moved. So then I moved.
Got
And
you.
they hooked me. That's what brought me to LA is that they were like, you need to go to LA.
Gotcha. And was that transition by yourself? Were you 18 at that time?
I was 18. I think I by this time was 19 or 20.
Okay.
19.
So it sounds like you were
right
just
in between where I'm like moving home and like
yeah.
getting my mental health back, like kind of things like that. But I think I moved here 20. Yeah. I think I was 20 years old and knew no one, knew nothing, just came off on a whim, found a roommate off of Craigslist.
You should have hit up that dude that was all about the skateboarding.
yeah, see,
I
he was
know,
still
right?
Yeah.
He would've
Yeah, that
moved
never
for
worked
it, too.
out.
Said I need a roommate, dude. You down? I got a couple boards in the closet, bro.
I know.
I got really good at
Showed my boat
skateboarding.
to every skateboarder in Venice and been like, hey, need a roommate? I am a skateboarder.
Yeah, check out my Boston knee pads, dude. I still got them. All right. Well, we gotta start asking more specific questions. She's gonna go off about her whole life here, dude, which I love, but I don't want to keep her with So we gotta ask, how does the transition go from like hosting there to Young Hollywood?
Like how I started versus then getting Young Hollywood, like how that transition
I guess
was.
so.
Yeah, how did you hear about Young Hollywood? Did you even know it was beforehand? Kind of like
I just networked like crazy. I knew of Young Hollywood beforehand because I watched a lot of the interviews because I wanted to get into the space, and then just like emailed everybody and their mother when I got out here, and then got a meeting with the CEO off of just networking, reaching out and stuff like that.
Just meeting with CEOs.
and was that you like saying you wanted to be the host, or how did that like? What was the job pitch
Yeah.
for that?
Pretty much. But I didn't have like I created like a reel when I lived in New York City because I knew they needed it, but I was just doing street interviews with strangers. But he was like, you can be super part-time and like do weekend shoots and stuff like that. Like I'll keep you on the radar. But like a couple months went by, didn't hear anything, randomly got like a Sunday evening shoot that nobody wanted to do. And then COVID hit, and then COVID really changed my life.
Okay. How so?
I became from like the part-time to full-time to like my job now where I'm host, producer, social media, everything.
So you went from part-time, because you kind of said that on the last episode too, right, Liam? Part-time, then we talked about COVID for a while. And then you mentioned something about maybe the main host.
Yeah, what happened? Who was the main
Left.
host, or did they have a main host like before you?
They
as
had a couple circulating
Right.
hosts. Like it was obviously like more employees at the time, but then COVID hit and obviously everybody like got laid off and stuff like that. So I became the main just like over the course of time where it's like I was doing Zoom interviews and then COVID got over for a hot sec. So there's in person, and then one thing led to another.
And then it just became full-time
Yeah.
Young Hollywood.
Yep.
And you were like, all right, peace out to IMG. I'm going to go eat now, dude.
I'm gonna go eat.
Yeah, I'm going to go eat. So, and then it kind of just leads us to like, to what kind of everyone sees on social media of you, right? Like
Right.
you're just interviewing like these top A-list celebrities. I could name them off here. We can maybe talk about Stephen A. Smith because he's everything. I fist bumped him in when I went to New York in November. I was staying in Fidei at a hotel, and I just woke up and it was kind of a rainy day, and they were like live at Pier 13 or whatever, 19 first take. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to go stalk that building right over there.
Yeah,
dude.
I'm gonna be there. Catch me there.
No one was there. It was like a rainy day. Walked out, and I was just so starstruck. And I did this. I just handed out like a fist bump, and he just gave me. I was like,
he knew what.
I couldn't even talk. I didn't even. I think I said, "Good looks, bro."
You didn't even say, "What's up, Stephen A."
Classic.
Yeah.
Good looks,
It's like,
bro.
Good looks, bro.
Good looks.
But yeah, so then like I don't know, like take us just maybe through quickly about like the experience of just going from. I mean, we just talked about having a little nerves here and there, but like. How do you get over that hump of like part-time, okay, now everyone's getting, their jobs, everyone's losing their jobs, and then I'm full-time, and now you want me to interview the biggest, like, did it start out as the biggest social media influencers? Did you just straight up jump into it? Or was it you kind of ease yourself into it? And then how do you just mentally prepare for it? I guess you just have that dog in you. But
I mean, at the time, it was like insane people to me because I hadn't done anything. Like the last thing I did major was Kurt Warner when I was 10. And at this time I'm 20. It's literally been like 10 years. So not that I hadn't talked to, but like I was talking to regular people every day. I wasn't talking to like Stephen A. Smith and Shaquille O'Neal every day. So when I first started, I was home because a lot was Zoom. So I think my mom really helped me get through it. Like she calmed me down, like she helped me prep, write the questions and stuff like that to like really learn in school. Obviously I did college online, but it was journalism. So I learned a lot, like even though it was online before COVID was a thing, like everyone obviously had to adjust. Like I learned a lot from school and like how to like, just like come up with things. But life experience really taught me that. But I think that I haven't really fully been confident in myself and interview abilities until after Sports Illustrated Swimsuit.
all right, well, let's go into that because that's the next one that we got. And you're obviously still with Young Hollywood. Like, obviously, you still love it.
Yeah. I'm still with Young Hollywood.
Favorite, we'll squeeze this in here. It wasn't going to be, but like favorite guest or anything that you've done with Young Hollywood. And I want to talk about Liam. Did she mention this on the last one? So we were talking about last night, Miranda Cosgrove.
The Kids' Choice Awards stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I know you did that, but I thought, okay. Never mind. Go. Yeah. I mean, that was cool. That was a cool experience. I think that was the coolest thing that I think you've done. But Stephen A. Smith is cool.
Kids' Choice was sick. I was more amped to interview Gronkowski just because I want to do sports. Like I love sports. So Gronk, like that was super sick. And then also I was in the audition process in Gronk and Camille. So I got to interview Camille, which I would like, that was just like, I got to talk to her about Sports Illustrated and stuff like that. So like everything was kind of just in my mind interconnected, but that was sick. Like I interviewed them on the stage the day before the awards, which was like, I was nervous for that one because it's just, there's like all of Nickelodeon was just watching that interview. Like it was insane. Like there were so many people behind the camera that it was like, oh my God, like everyone's just like watching you ask questions. That's when I get nervous that there's a lot of people watching. Like lately, no, but like at that time, like a year ago. But it's funny enough because it's the same time of year. I'm supposed to interview Charlie D'Amelio, who's hosting next week for Kids' Choice. So it's years ago. Yeah.
Well, all right. I think we mentioned that too last night. It's coming up. Yeah, Liam, that's what you were saying.
Next week. Next Thursday.
Fucking A, dude. Okay, Sports Illustrated Swimsuit 22. We did some research. Obviously, this has been an entire dream for your entire life, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a full circle almost, like Sports Illustrated, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I knew when I did Sports Illustrated Kid Reporter, like I dead ass like that story. I don't know if you read the actual article, but like I told my mom I want to be like Kate Upton, who was the cover of Sports Illustrated Swim. I told her that when I was 10. 2013.
Yeah,
like
we all knew Kate Upton, dude.
Yeah, everyone knew Kate Upton. We knew that girl. She's
And then okay, so take us through Sports Illustrated Swimsuit 22. It looks like you did an audition, and I believe that was when I was, if it was elephant in the room, didn't get you any brand deals, got you some free product. I tried it. Sorry. My bad. No, I did hook you up. Recover 180 did get you.
They
got you some bread there.
Recover 180. Yep, and I got a lot of drinks. I got a lot of the sports thing anymore. I was like, what's going on there?
All right, so take us through this. I mean, I feel like Liam, I'm foreshadow here. I'm just gonna hear about some leverage shit again, and this is my mind's gonna get blown again. So we'll just let you have the floor and kind of take us through this experience.
No, there is no leverage. Genuinely, I tried out I think I submitted around my birthday. Not this birthday, last birthday, and then didn't hear anything for about 5 months. Randomly got like a thing. Like I was hustling. Like I was doing everything I could to like promote Sports Illustrated, show that I'm dedicated, posting in the app all the time, like going off creating so many videos. Randomly got an email saying like, we would love to talk, like have a chat with you like 5 months later. And just remember, like, I bawled my eyes out. Like I couldn't stop crying the entire day, like just getting the casting call. Cause I didn't book it. Like they had to meet me first. Just cried the entire day. Cause I was just like, it's a life dream. Like literally.
What would you say the like the better moment was, that or IMG? Obviously I'm guessing
Sports Illustrated.
Yeah. Okay, so you're not even sure. Like you're going to Miami now to do a casting call, like auditions, right? It's like the same thing, right?
Well, no, they met me and then on the Zoom told me that I had got it. So it wasn't really like they were meeting me, yes, but at the end of it, they're like, "Would you want to walk in Miami?" And I just remember losing just starting to cry again, and like that.
And then what was like the time differential? I don't know if that's the right word, but like how soon after that did you go to Miami?
Like 2 months. But the thing is they didn't post about like the winners until like a week before. So I found out I achieved my life dream, like literally the one thing in the entire world, like that was like truly, truly my dream. And I couldn't tell anybody for like a month and a half, like no one. Like they made sure they were like not best friends, not like the only people on the planet that knew was my best friend, Emily, my sister, and my mom and dad. That's it.
How many people do you think auditioned for that?
Well, I saw kind of throughout like a lot of people that were auditioning, because you're all just in the same chat, like group chat and stuff for like the 5 months. So I would say like a couple hundred, maybe shy of like 1,000.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well, you got to take us to Miami.
What you're saying now.
Walk us through what Miami was
I get what you're saying. Yeah, take us through Miami, because now I understand that you're saying that there's a winner after all of it.
Yeah. Like the 3 of us won. Well, like there were 6 total that won, but 3 won previous, like a few months before we knew about, and then 3 more won, and I was with the 3 more.
Okay, now I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's huge then. That's like, is that a better moment than doing a photo shoot with Gisele? Probably,
yes.
Maybe not, maybe yeah. I'd say so. What the hell, dude? Did they like teach you how to walk the runway or anything?
No.
No, you just swerved that thing. You just
show. You're there, and you're thrown into it, and you do your thing, like you.
Because they expect you to know how to do all of it.
Yeah,
right?
and like they told you like a month, like 2 months before, like you booked it. So I'm sure they're just assuming you're literally strutting your stuff down like the runway. You know what I mean? Like you're practicing. So
wow, a guy to girl ratio there.
Well, the guy to girl ratio. The thing is we were kind of privately doing like activations and stuff in the hotel that they put us up in. And then when we actually did the show, you can't see the crowd. Like the after part, like everything's a blur. Like you just pretty much black out the entire time. And then when it's over, you just like genuinely are only focusing on the other girls and like partying with them and like having fun, like to celebrate after. But when you're doing the activations and stuff like the days before, you're just with the models. Like you're not like with the public.
Okay, but we saw what was going on social media during Miami weekend there, dude.
Oh yeah, like Miami's great. Like if it's Miami.
I've never been to Miami, bro. Never been to Miami.
You would like Miami better than Vegas and anywhere.
Yeah. So what? Take us through what happened after that. Then does that? I don't know how much you want to talk about it, but like how.
Like after the experience?
Are they saying, hey, we'll call you next week, we got a show in New York, dude? They're like, what
It's
are they saying
literally
after
just you like you're still in the app and stuff like that. It's kind like it's insane. Like it's kind of just like this whirlwind of life and stuff like that, and then you just kind of
What's the app, Liam? Are you catching on to the app? What is
That's
They-
like
it's
the
their
group,
first
the
year
group
that they
app.
did it.
Yeah, it's like how they all get to talk to each other and stuff.
yeah.
It's like a
Talking
big
about
group
WhatsApp?
me.
They Sports Illustrated made the app.
Oh,
It's like a
okay.
big-
And how do you get into one of those?
You pay for it.
Yeah, Liam, I'll get you both of us for our birthdays. Hey, birthdays in 18 days, bro.
You get each other
Okay.
the $4.99 membership.
Yeah, let's do it. Honestly, I'd be down. We'll hit a couple selfies. Maybe we can do a runway walk. Maybe
Yeah.
Joel, you can teach us how to do a runway
Never
walk.
know. Never know.
We'll just-
Strut your stuff.
We'll just get one and expense it to the man-to-man account. Oh,
Yeah, legit.
like,
Yeah.
what is this?
Yeah,
what is
dude.
this man-to-man thing?
Yo, you know what's crazy, bro? I told you, Liam. I was at one of the bars on Broadway. I went by myself to go see somebody. I'd never met this person. One of the Julia girl that used to kind of be one of our interns a couple of years back was like, "Hey, I'm in town." So I go there like 1 a.m. and
Nice. Nice.
for some reason, like everyone thinks I look gay. And nothing against gay people, dude. Like I've definitely thought about that bitch before. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not, dude. And I just like I'm in line behind these like group of dudes that are from California. And you know, I'm sober, you know, I'm like, damn, there's a line to get upstairs to get to the next floor and shit. And they're just like, hey man, we're taken, dude. And I'm like, I didn't even say anything to you, dog. But maybe Liam, you know, I could take the downfall for both of us if there's some, you know, I don't know, gay parade or gay walk swimsuit.
But
Maybe
go back. Why were you meeting your intern at 1 a.m? Like she liked you the whole time.
Yeah, that's a story too, bro.
That's a
I
story
think
for
she's getting crushed
another
the whole
time.
No, I mean it was like, you know, she hit me up. I was with the boys, you know, just getting athletic with the guys on
Getting
Friday night.
athletic at
and-
1 a.m. on Friday night.
Well, I went home, bro, and she was like, "Yo, I'm downtown. Like, let's like come see me." And I hate now, you know, Joey. Like people who live in Nashville, they like despise Broadway.
Yeah.
People, like,
Okay.
a bunch of tourists and shit. And so I'm home, and I'm like, "All right, cool. Like, I don't want to take time from your friend that you're visiting here."
Right.
And she's like, "Oh no, don't worry. She's with the guy, and I'm trying to get away from them." Okay, at cha-ching. Where's the money gun at?
Yep.
I'm trying
Okay,
to, you know.
you're in. You're in.
I go there and she's like, you know what? This wasn't what you thought, dude. I told her it was my birthday and shit too. I was like, yeah, I'm just trying to get a birthday kiss and shit. But I was before that. That was like the last card I played. But yeah, it just wasn't the vibe. And I was like, what did I do to myself
What?
here? And she was like, I'm sorry. Like I just wanted to say hey. And I was like, why though? I was like, why would you do that?
Why did you get my hopes up like that?
I know, like you said, you know. You said you were getting away from. Anyway, Julie, that's what's still going on over here in the Nashville world. All right? But all right, cool. All right, so Sports Illustrated, you're still with them somewhat. You have you made a ton of connections. Obviously, huge network opportunity for you, and it just sounds like I guess we'll see what happens next with Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay, how many swimsuits you got in your closet now, dude?
They gifted us a good amount of swimsuits. So I'm pretty set on swimsuits.
Okay, well, going back to what I'm taking a downfall for the both of us. Mail me one, dog. You know, and I'll-
I gotta say, your runway debut, you can wear one.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking OnlyFans or something account here. All right. Okay. We're almost there, Jolie. Jolie Live, thanks for hanging out with us. Recurring guest. She's badass. She kicks
Love
in
Man
life.
to Man. We love Man to Man podcast.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. What's going on now? So obviously next week you got a huge opportunity with the D'Amelios, right? First time meeting them. Anything else?
I've seen
Do
them a
you wanna
bunch in
talk a little
LA,
bit-
but I haven't interviewed them.
Okay, cool. So you're super stoked about that. Anything else that I don't know, we can kind of expect on social media? And do you have any travel plans coming up? Anything else kind of going on in your world? Or are you just looking at the first of the year here and saying, I'm fucking grinding 2023 still?
Still grinding. I want to really start, like, I feel like I told you, like, I finally, in the last, like, after Sports Illustrated, really got the confidence up to, like, I'm really not nervous. Like, I don't write, like, I write questions, but I don't need the note cards anymore, kind of thing, which is huge for me because I've always needed note cards. Now I'm just like walking in, like, let's sit down, let's chat. Like, I already know what I want.
Yeah, not to mention you got that little bitty blue check mark, dude.
Yeah,
Come on,
I
bro.
know. Sports Illustrated, I submitted all my articles once and then I woke up and I got it. And I was like, no way. No way.
How do you feel, quickly, how do you feel about verification being paid for? They're testing it out in New Zealand and Australia. Doesn't that kind of suck?
It kind of sucks because it kind of discredits the people that like actually like are verified. It's like, okay, you're just gonna pay for it, but everything is money at the end of the day. And I know I earned mine because I actually like worked hard for it. So do what you need to
Right.
do, but
And
I know I earned mine.
you got it beforehand too,
Yeah,
right?
I'm
So
not paying shit, and people know that. Like people know, like I've had the blue check. I'm not. I didn't randomly pay for it, but I think at first it's gonna be kind of awkward for people because it's like, babe, you're paying for your verification.
No, you don't think anybody's actually gonna do that?
There'll be some, like, 'cause it's LA, but
Oh, LA would.
LA would
for sure.
But I think people will look at it as like, I can't. Everyone's gonna know I'm paying for it, and then I look like a clown.
Well, you
Okay,
hear that, Andy?
well-
Take notes. Don't pay for your check mark, okay?
We're not, hey, dude, because we're trying to get checked out here. We got 2 presses on our name. We're about to get a third. Joel, you're gonna be in our 3rd press, dude.
There we
got
go. There we go.
Got some shit going on, but I was just like, damn, dude, that sucks because I'm like, people are like working for that, right?
Right.
I want to ask. We got 2 games here. I know we're kind of over time here, but kind of just want to ask about LA lifestyle real quick and like how you like living out there and kind of, we always hear people talk. Personally, I would live in New York over California, but maybe I don't know about you, Liam, but like, what is the vibe out there? Like, is it a lot of fake people? Is there still real people? I'll tell you, there's a lot of LA people moving to Nashville.
A lot of people from LA moved to Nashville and Austin, Texas. Like the 2 main cities that you hear people like, I'm going to Nashville, I'm going to Austin. So, and those are 2. I haven't been to Nashville, but Austin's a fun city. So I get why people would want to move there. But I love LA. It took me a while to love it because I had no friends for like the first 2 years I was here. But once you find like your genuine friends that aren't fake, like I love the city. I never want to leave. And I seriously don't think I'm ever going to leave. I think that like I am always East Coast at heart. I'm so glad I got raised on the East Coast. But like my mindset, unless I got like the best job offer ever in New York City, but like really realistically with my industry, it's LA or New York. I'm not going to Chicago. I'm not going to Nashville. I'm not going to Austin unless I'm doing local news or something. So like it's LA or New York, I think, for the rest of my life, like industry wise. I would go to New York only because of my dream job, but I'm not leaving LA.
And that is ESPN.
What's your dream job?
Or
dream job would be, I have learned more about myself in the last couple of weeks than I think I ever have. Dream job would be starting with NFL Network, ESPN, or like Fox, like Aaron Andrews, like is with Fox and stuff like that. I want to start with sports and then pull like a Michael Strahan, and like I would love Good Morning America.
Wow, that'd be sick.
Yeah. I want to do the sports world for a couple of years. Like I've always wanted to do it, love sports, obsessed with sports, but I want to like, once I reach the like Michael Strahan played for the Giants, blah, 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 and then did analyst stuff and then Good Morning America. Like I'd love to end up on Good Morning America.
Just don't sleep with your colleagues, bro.
Yeah, that was but I love the tea. Like I love the tea. I've been following that story so much.
Isn't that crazy? All right, cool. Explain that gram. Let's get into it. We got 5 here.
Explain that gram on Instagram.
Explain that gram. Yeah, we got 5 photos of your Instagram here. You already talked about the first one. It's with Gisele.
Yep. You know the backstory there.
All right. Let's see. The next one is Liam. I think you got different photos. I changed these last night, like 1 a.m. Okay. Here's another one. And okay, I got a question about this one.
Okay.
Here's the one where you're holding up the cover of Newsweek, the cover magazine that you're in.
Oh yeah, in the candy store.
Yes. I wanted to ask you, what is Photoshoots with Joey Live? What was that?
Oh yeah, that was the show I did on Musical.ly to start the show for IMG.
Gotcha.
So it was a series I did.
Interesting. Okay, let's see. The third one we got here. Okay, damn, I feel like you talked about it. It's number 69. This is your guy, right? That
was Giant Training Up. That's Rich Seibert. Still best guy in the entire world. Like, still friends to this day. But he's the one that honestly like changed my life.
Wow. Okay. I don't think okay, here's a good one. Just me and my dog. Is this your dog?
That is my friend Carly's dog. She got Luna. That was when Luna was like 2 days old. We went up. That's her apartment complex. So we went up to the roof in like the common area. And I was like, can I hold Luna? Because originally it was just me, right? And then I was like, wait a sec. I actually want to hold the dog. It'll get more likes. So I held Luna and it turned out great.
Well, hey, you know what I'm also noticing here about your fit? And I just want to say, the kick game is so strong. Like, So like unbelievably strong. I only have like Air Forces, so if like you got any like kicks or links, throw them my
nail
way.
those with the bikini.
Yeah, for real though. Okay, so this is a stage that girls were going through, and I don't know if they still do it. They're not. They unbuttoned their jean button.
Yeah, that was partly because those jeans didn't fit good, and I was like, but it's a trend, so I can do it. But it was mainly
a
because
trend.
like the trend is like to have your underwear show and then like unzip and like tuck your pants. That's
The front part of your underwear, or like the strings on the side.
like the strings on the side.
Both.
Yeah, both really, but the strings on the side is like the main thing. But
All right.
people, the girls still rock that with like cargos and like a crop top in LA. Like that's still a thing here.
So they're just buying extra small at Walmart.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, I got you.
But in that photo, it's like a little bit weird because it's like you don't see. So I was like, maybe no one will notice you noticing.
No, I'm not
But-
seeing any wear of the under on that one.
Yeah.
So
it's just I literally just set my pants on zip, but that's fine. It's
I like
fine.
I like it. All right, and then here's the last one. It's your it's your photo shoot in Miami. Red carpet moment.
Red car moment. So we were all running late, like the entire show was. So we sprinted out, took the photo, sprinted back, changed into our bikinis, and had to go backstage. So like that whole thing was the best moment ever because it's like holy shit, like fun, like doing a red carpet and like everyone's there, like looking at the red carpet. But it was probably 5 minutes total.
Really? I was gonna say you've probably been in a couple like those red carpet moments where people were taking photos of you or what?
I'm usually interviewing, so them taking of me like is like kind of pre, but
gotcha.
I did like women's billboard, did that carpet and stuff like that, but I'm usually working them. So that was like my
What do you think the craziest like outlandish question that you think you've asked somebody? And it's probably I bet you don't even have anything, dude.
the craziest question I've asked somebody.
We're trying to take some notes to make sure we don't ever ask questions like.
No, I will ask them, dude. I will
Stay
ask
away
them.
from these questions, Andy.
Right.
No filter.
I really find out if fans like to know, but talent doesn't like to answer sometimes is would you date a fan? Because that honestly like can put a bad taste in people's mouth if the talent says no. So would you date a fan? And then I asked one girl one time if she's married. And technically, if she had said yes, it would have been agreeing that she got married for a green card. She's a TikToker. And I think we ended up cutting it out, but she confirmed that she was married.
Okay. I bet they would date fans, especially like the male actors and shit.
Yeah. For them, it's
All right.
usually a yes. If you're going to date a fan, like who wouldn't date a fan? Like you obviously want the person to be a fan of you.
What about your love life? Like what do you got going on? You got a boyfriend or
I'm single. I honestly like not to be boring, but like I just care about working right now. Like I feel like I'm not where I want to be. So like I'm just like literally focused on like I get really attached and I just don't want to do that right now. So I'm just trying to grind and I'm not looking either. I'm not looking for love.
I hear you. Okay. He's a 10, but last game we got here. We know we're taking some time, but he's a 10, but he still talks to his ex.
No, immediately no.
Do you know how to play this game?
I don't. Zero. I don't want your ex involved. No.
Okay. What if he follows the ex on IG? 6?
But he's not talking to her, but he follows her.
Yeah.
What if you gotta check up on her every once in a while, make sure she's doing
Zero.
fine?
If he's checking in on her, 0. But if he still follows her, but like he's fucking with me and not talking to her or anything like that, I'll give you like a 5 or 6 because it's like
Okay.
you're dating me.
Okay. Cool. So these first two are coming from our other accounts because we tried to get the ball rolling last night.
Okay.
So that was mine. The second one from Mixed Iconics. Shout out Mixed Iconics, presented by Man to Man
Shout
Podcast.
out.
We'll get you some of that. We'll get you some of that merch. He's a 10, but he goes to sleep with his socks on because I almost do this every night.
See, this is a good one because I have a very hot take about this. But go ahead.
What's your hot take?
I think you sleep 100% better when you have socks on.
Dude,
100%.
it's comfortable, man. It
You guys
is.
both sleep with socks on?
No, I don't.
but
I take it like I'm at like 1 a.m. taking like everything off. Like I'm like I can't do it. I almost did it, but I can't do it.
Like I'll have socks on
Like-
on right before I go to bed, but once I
Then you take
I
them
take
off.
them off. But you do. I've had them on a couple of times.
Joey, you know you
And you
sleep with your
sleep
socks
so
on,
much
bro.
better.
I
with socks
don't.
on.
I can't. I feel claustrophobic.
So what if you got a boyfriend and he's sleeping? You're just immediately first night. No.
I don't think I care. Like,
So
I
he's
don't
still
think
a
I really,
10.
I'm not judging that.
He's still a 10.
He's still a
Okay,
10.
he's still a 10.
If you're
Okay,
hot, you're hot.
alright.
Socks on or socks off. Like, I like you.
Okay, he's a 10, but he's rude to service staff.
You're not gonna be rude if you're dating me, if we're together. Like, you're a 0. You're lame. Goodbye.
Okay. Well, are we saying dating? We're just saying 10s here.
Okay,
right?
well, you're still a 0 if you're an asshole.
Okay, this is a good one. He's a 10, but he uses Snapchat as his primary form of communication. What if he's hitting you up? You're not
Oh,
dating, he's just hitting you
I'm
up.
just kidding. So what if he's communicating with you? No, I don't care.
Are you on Snapchat?
Okay.
I don't use it that much, to be honest, but like I'll send snaps. Like there's like I send funny snaps to my
That's
girlfriend
funny. That's funny, bro. I'm always Snapchat communicating, bro.
because you're a male. So like that's the thing. Like I'm not gonna hate on that. Like if you want to Snapchat chat me, like I don't overthink shit. Like Snapchat chat me. Like it's no different than you texting me.
Well, I just don't want receipts out there because, like, yeah, the WYDs have been there. And I thought this is the craziest part. I thought Apple fixed that where you could edit it and delete it and put like a period and like, you know what I'm
There's
talking about?
rules to it though. Like you
Yeah,
have to go
and then
under
they're
15
still
minutes
showing up.
and it still shows edited. Like you still get the notification that they sent it.
All right, cool. He's a 10, but he's more feminine than me.
He's more feminine than me. I guess it would depend in which sense.
Are we just a really nice guy? Maybe too nice? I don't know if there's too nice of a nice guy.
I was like, I don't know if there's too nice to a nice guy.
I mean, I could.
I like masculine men. So I guess like you do you, so you can still be a 10, but I'm just not going to probably.
Hey, is the dad bod out, right? The dad bod is out, correct?
A lot of my friends like dad bods, I'm not gonna lie, but me personally, I like 800 pack abs. So
Yeah, what's the point of the dad bod anymore? Let's normalize like being fit in America, shall we?
yeah, should we do that quick?
Yeah. Okay.
COVID's over.
Two more. He's a 10, but his body count is higher than his parents' age.
Is that someone we got online?
No, ours was only the first two.
His body count's high.
Yeah, this is from somebody.
Has a high body count. Does that matter?
I mean that BC has got to be cranking in.
I was like,
LA,
your
dude.
parents' age, like 50 plus.
All right, let's just call it like 20. Let's call it your age. How old are you, Jolie? 21?
24.
Okay. We are getting old.
Yeah,
dude.
we are so old. We did the podcast, I think, when I was 22. Oh, no, was it 2 years ago? It was like last year.
Yeah.
Or was it?
It was 2 years ago.
Am I
It was crazy.
24?
All right.
Yeah.
20.
I just turned 24 like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, happy belated.
Thank you. Or am I 23? I think I'm 24.
Go ahead and take a pause.
I think I'm 24.
Take a pause.
Look at famous birthdays, they'll tell you. I
Oh my
don't know if
gosh.
I turned 23.
What year were you born in? We can.
1999.
Yeah, Joey,
so I'm
what-
24.
Yeah.
Joe, you are funny, dude.
Everything's the same. Age is a number.
Hey. Okay. So over 24 then.
I'm not hating on anybody, to be honest. Like if you're mine and I like you and we're dating, like your past is your past. Like just focus on the present and the future with me. So
Yeah, I feel that. Again, we don't got to get into the whole roster talk. But I was saying to Liam, and we got a lot of backlash for this because I guess we didn't say it the right way or whatever. But I was just talking about how like girls have like different options and shit. Like if guys have a roster, that just means they're like actually like hooking up with the chick, which is probably not more than like 2 girls. You guys can look at text messages and just say, oh, okay, that's an option.
girls
Where am
and
I
guys
going with
have it.
this?
Like there's guys and girls are at the end of the day one and the same.
Yeah, that's facts. But I was just saying I'd be down to be top 6 even. Like even top 5,
Oh, you're
top
like
6.
your position on the roster.
Yeah, dude, because once that comes around, dude. All right, we got. Okay, he's a 10, but what are you laughing at over there?
No.
He's a Liam. What I'm talking Liam. All right, he's a 10, but his actions don't match his words, and then He's a 10, but he doesn't watch or listen to Man to Man podcast. Shout out to that.
0 if he doesn't listen to Man to Man podcast, especially if he doesn't listen to my episode.
Dude, let's go. But he doesn't match his words. I don't know. Let's skip that one. Joey, it's been fucking fun as fuck talking to you again.
You guys are the best. You're fun.
So this is what we're doing in season 3 now. At the very end of our episodes, and this is actually gonna be different with you, and I'm so glad we got you on right now. But man to woman.
Okay.
What is man to woman? What is the key to success
with women?
And this is a loaded question, and it can be about
for you.
This is an answer for you. However you want to go this route. Man to woman. What is for the clip here, real quick? Man to woman. What is the key to success?
I think since male listeners they always want the tea and like how women operate, so I'll answer in the like advice how to be successful with women, man to woman. I would say if you want something, go for it and don't play games. Like we're not playing games. In 2023, we're not playing games. Like make it known. Or if you don't want her and she's just an option, don't mess around with her. You either want it or you don't want it, and just be straightforward.
You hear that, Andy?
So that's just no, dude. I've been trying, bro.
Take that one to heart, all right? Because that one actually means something.
Well, how do you go about if somebody says, "Oh yeah, I'm down to hang out," then you hit them up, and it's like, "Ah, yeah." Then it's like, "Well, why would you even tell me that, dude?" It's like,
because
like I'm
like women in the moment. The thing about
Joey, she saw that I skipped a line. Like she saw that I had status to my name, but we did pay the bouncer to get in. But I was right there trying to strut my shit, dude. And then after that,
and you still didn't pull.
I did not.
That's a shame.
It's just the wrong woman.
That's a shame. But I was gonna say, I get then she's not the one. You need to the next up.
Yeah,
get that roster out,
man. Yeah, dude. I was just talking to a girl that had a boyfriend out in Paris, bro.
That's what I was talking about when we
had a boyfriend in Paris.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Story too. Go listen to 2 episodes back to hear that story.
Anything else, Liam? You got anything else?
No, I think that was good. Thanks for sticking it out with us.
Sorry it took me forever to it was just the worst timing that you hit me up to do it because of traveling, but I'm always down to come on Man to Man, so thank you guys.
No, thank you. We know you're super busy right now, so I was like, all right, let's do it on a random Wednesday and get it cracking. Joey, we love you. Thank you for coming on. We're gonna send you some merch. Dude, rep the merch.
I'm going to rep the merch. I repped the merch last time. I'm repping the merch this time.
All right, we got a new logo and everything too, so we're stoked to get that over to you. But all right, cool. Let's that's what, season 3, episode 5 or 6. What is it, 5? 5? Am I episode 5?
Episode 5, episode 126.
126. All right, Joe. Hey, plug yourself.
Okay, well, go follow me. I'm at Jolie Live on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, everywhere. So go hit me up. You can see all my Sports Illustrated Young Hollywood interviews. So
that's a wrap. Go check out our Vogue magazine covers. She's still gonna hit up the guys skateboarding. All right, we'll see you later.
Thank you guys so much. For the best.